Hi, I'm Randi Zuckerberg. Welcome to Dot Complicated. I'm here with some of my favorite San Francisco Bay Area moms today, and we're going to talk about tips for traveling with young children. Something I just recently took my son on an 11-hour flight. I don't know how we survived. Somehow we did. But so, Tina, you have an amazing story about swimming with the dolphins and taking your kids.
Right. My daughter and I went to Bloomingdale's. I wanted to show her where you can get some, bling, and we saw this little box to enter a contest, and we won this amazing vacation.
Like, who does that happen to?
Oh my! I couldn't believe it when we got the phone call.
Oh, and look at this gorgeous photo of you and your family, beautiful family.
So the trip was to Discovery Cove in Orlando, and we got to swim with the dolphins. My daughter, who's in the middle, was the youngest, and she actually didn't get to swim with them because she was too young. But
and she was the one who won the trip, and she didn't even get to participate.
So my tip is that I think too many parents, so this one happened to be a domestic trip, but one of the tips I have is always check your documents before you go on a trip. I have two friends who did not check their legal documents, and the day before a vacation to the Dominican Republic, they realized their passport had expired for their son.
That's right. It's so.
It was horrible.
I had a similar experience. My son was about 6 months old. We decided to go to Mexico, and it completely just missed my mind that you would need a passport for a 6-month-old. And so the day before the trip, I'm in line at passport.
Expedited.
Exactly.
Did you get it?
We got it. Thankfully, we had a
great
trip.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was.
Because I think before people didn't have to have one to go to Mexico or Canada.
You just needed a birth certificate.
That's right. That's right. So that's a great tip to check all your documents.
Yeah.
You don't want to be
way ahead of time. 6 weeks before at least.
That's right. And so you were telling us a great story about winning and losing a trip.
Oh, yes. I was so lucky that I also won a trip to the presidential inauguration in January.
Amazing.
It was really amazing. I mean, historical events all the way in D.C. So I flew my mom out to D.C. to join me. We were going to have this 48 hours of so much fun. The first 24 hours were incredible, and we saw all the sights. Then that night I was like, I'm not feeling great. And it turns out I got so sick that I had to give away all my tickets to every single event.
That hurts. That
yes,
hurts.
and I was so close, and I still was like,
with Beyonce.
I would have loved to have party with Beyonce, but throwing up in front of her and the Obamas, not a good look for me.
Now you have 3 beautiful children. You are a superwoman. You took all your kids to Israel.
Yes, I just got back a few weeks ago from an incredible trip to Israel. Wow. We were there for 2 weeks, and it was really a trip of a lifetime because my entire family, my mom and dad, all the grandkids, all the siblings were there together.
That's amazing. And now here is your family covered in mud. Can you explain this?
We look a little scary. We're the Dead Sea monsters in this trip. So this is at the Dead Sea, which some of you may know. It's basically the lowest point on the planet, and it is so rich in mineral and salt that the mud is so incredibly good for your skin. It's like a beauty treatment there. People would spend so much money going to a department store paying for mud.
You go to Bloomingdale's and you can spend like $100 on a mud
So you just go and you basically lather up with all this incredibly rich, beautifying mud all over, and you have so much fun. And then you basically can go float in the Dead Sea and rinse it all off, and it's a blast.
The kids must have loved
that.
They had the best time. They had so much fun.
And they were just floating.
Yeah, that's because it's so salty and so rich with all these minerals that you cannot not float.
I guess just don't shave your legs that morning.
Definitely.
There are
yeah, you see who made that mistake.
It hurts just thinking about it. So what are your tips for traveling with 3 young kids?
Yeah, so I have 3 kids, 6 and under. So we had our hands full for this 22-hour-long journey to get to Israel. It was a long flight. So basically, my philosophy, anything goes. Not just the iPad or the games, but lots of great new books, lots of wrapped small toys. Snacks are key. Their favorite snacks and also new snacks that they can enjoy. And really, what we did going through the airport was we had my oldest one especially help us find the gate. So there's ranges.
That's good.
Yeah,
so to keep them involved and engaged and less cranky, because it is not so fun traveling internationally with so many kids.
That's exactly right. So now, tell us about your Disney adventures, Lizzie.
I mean, for my girl's birthday, every other year we
take them to Disneyland. That's just for them, their mecca. They're like, Disneyland! Yeah,
so cute.
exactly.
Look at the crowd.
Are we smiling that, or I'm not quite sure if
No,
we're
it's
smiling. We're just like,
awesome.
after 2 or 3 days, you're exhausted.
So what are your tips for preparing
My
for
biggest thing is I
Disney?
get each girl, and I always tell friends, each child their very own backpack, and then load that puppy up. And I try to stay away from the tech stuff. And so it's notepads, color wonders, crayons, coloring books. Anything
they feel
that's
some ownership over packing it and knowing what's in it.
And
it doesn't make any noise because you don't want to disturb other people that are on the plane. Magnetic little books. They love those stickers, things like that.
That's awesome. Well, we got some great tips. Definitely check your documents, get your kids involved, forgive yourself, anything goes. I love the idea of packing a backpack. Really great having you guys today. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.